Hi, my name is BYTHESUN and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's episode, I'm going to be having a look at a MIDI chord pack. MIDI chord packs are just basically packs with kind of MIDI information that you can just put in onto any kind of library VST that you have. I'm going to be using a MIDI chord pack by Stevie B Music. A great guy who does amazing kind of tutorials. I've done quite a few tutorials on actually using free orchestral instruments, so I'll put links to his videos in the description below, including the video where he talks about his MIDI chord pack, which I'm using today, and I'll also put it up in the cards if you want to go check out that video where he talks about what he's done and kind of what he's put in there. And if you want this MIDI chord pack but not entirely sure what you can get from it, then please watch this video where I'll show you more. I've never used a MIDI chord pack, but I've seen loads of adverts and videos about MIDI chord packs, but I've never used one. Like I said, this is an orchestral MIDI chord pack, so I'm expecting different things compared to like an EDM kind of dance, trap, kind of hip-hop MIDI chord pack. But yeah, let's see what we have. If you do like this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment down in the comments down below whether you have gotten this MIDI chord pack, whether you invest in MIDI chord packs, and maybe you want to see me make a MIDI chord pack. Who knows? Anyway, let's get on with the video. Okay, so before I jump into Cubase and show you what I've done, and kind of give you a little playthrough, I do have a demo. I'm gonna play the demo towards the end. I'm just gonna go through what I've used in the MIDI pack and in the sample pack that comes with the MIDI pack, as you can see. And then we'll come out after, and I guess before I show you my demo, I'll give a little review, a little of my thoughts on how easy it was and how usable I think it would be and whether I would recommend using it. So when you download it, I'll put the link in the description below, and unzip it, you get these 4 files. So you get a free MIDI pack with epic string, ostinatos, and orchestra, a free sample pack, so that's things like cymbals, rises, hits, license file, and a little kind of PDF for you to read. So let me go into the free MIDI pack first. So when you open it, you have these 2 folders, Epic Orchestra MIDI and Epic String Ostinatos. So you've got these bass pizzicatos, cello, a piano with melody, just a piano, sustained strings with melody, top melody, pizzicato violas, and violin high pizzicatos. You've then got these Epic String Ostinatos, which have different BPMs, different keys, and have basically a different style to them. But I didn't use any of the Epic Strings Ostinatos, but I will do kind of I want to do another demo separately with them. So with the demo I did today, my main goal was to only use the Epic Strings Orchestra, which I did. So as you can see, it's pretty much based around the string section. So when it came to the brass section, I pretty much just copy and pasted and just obviously made some alterations, such as adding breaths, because you don't want to kill any of these players, and you want to make their life reasonably easy when they start playing. Okay, so I'm gonna just play the places where I've used the MIDI files, so you can get a little bit of a sense of what we're working with here. So we're in Cubase. So if we refer back to the MIDI, as you can see, we have a couple things. So I'm gonna play you the spiccatos. So we have 3 spiccatos. We have violin high spiccatos, cello spiccatos, and bass spiccatos. And I'll play each of them kind of for you. just so you kind of get an idea of what we're working with. So with the violin spiccato, it's actually 16 bars, and it kind of has this kind of melody with it. And then it changes to this. So that's that. The other ones are the kind of cello spizzicato, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, and then the bass spizzicato sounds like this. But I'm not using the spizzicato articulation, I'm using pizzicato because sometimes pizzicato can give a little bit of, I guess, just more depth, more accentation, so it's really good for accents. So I've just used that instead. And those are the spizzicato phrases. Then, if we look back at this, we have the viola pizzicato and these bass bursts. So what these bass bursts and pizzicatos are. So I use the bass bursts in my kind of lower brass almost. So this is what the bass bursts sound like. So that's the bass burst, and then but doubled. It's just 1/4, and then the violas with their pizzicato sound a little bit like this. And that just repeats like over and over again. And that's kind of the basis of what's included in that. So then we have the top melody, sustained strings, and sustained strings melody. So the sustained strings are quite nice. If I just grab my... So this is the sustained strings. And what you've probably noticed is that there's a bit of a melody in there, and I believe that that melody was the sustained strings melody here. So that's the sustained strings melody, and then we have this top melody, sustained strings, which, if I find it, is what this sounds like. Yeah, this is the top melody. And that is pretty much the strings, and then we have this piano and piano with melody. So the piano that is just the piano is this. And then the melody came in one MIDI file, but I just put it on a kind of a trailer piano. Like I said, all the sample libraries I'm using are absolutely free, so that there isn't well, I say free. The only thing that is paid, a couple things are paid. So that's the originals, cinematic, percussion, the originals brass as well, epic brass, that's also paid, the originals by Spitfire Audio, and the strings live, which would become epic strings by Spitfire Audio, also part of the original series. Those are the only three paid plugins. BBC Symphonic Orchestra, with the BBCSO, it's free if you just fill out a survey, but if you want to get it without waiting for 2 weeks, you can pay for it £9, but I got it for free. So this is the piano with the melody. Yes, that's that as well. I will put links in the description below to basically where I got all these libraries from, and if there's a YouTube video that talks about these libraries, I'll also put that in the description, so you can go and watch the video, so you can get a bit of a kind of walkthrough, almost demo, if you will. And that's basically that. Obviously, there's a bit more to this. That's kind of the Epic Orchestra MIDI. I didn't use any of the ostinatos. I kind of want to do a separate kind of demo on there. But from what I've played around with this Epic Orchestra MIDI, I think it's good. It's good. Now, this also comes with a free kind of sample pack. So it comes with cymbal swells, some risers, some subhits, and some trailer hits. I do have those in this track. So if I hold back in the Cubase, if we go down, so let me just minimize everything else. So the cymbal swells, which are here, they are from Stevie B's sample pack. It's a very, very, very nice one. And the Riser Hit is also from his sample pack. And the hit that I've used here is also from his sample pack. So I've used a couple of the samples that come along with. So I used Viper, which was a hit. The Riser is called Honor, that's the one that I used. And Shimmer was Cymbal Swell that I used. So I did use a couple of samples from here, and yeah. So before I play you the demo, what are my overall thoughts on this library? For what you get, it's a pretty decent thing. It's free and it's quite small. There's nothing substantial about this. It's pretty much just made for strings. The one thing I did with this was that all the musical elements in this composition are purely from this sample pack. There is no element that's my own, apart from like the percussion hits and the rhythmic kind of element. But most of it is just from literally all these. I've just arranged it to suit whatever instrument I've put it on. But MIDI is very flexible, and I think for what kind of offers, things like the spizzicatos, you can easily kind of add notes to them, make them bigger, maybe change the rhythm and just experiment with them. But to use them on your own, it works. It works, and you could basically create your own little thing. I mean, this is the first MIDI pack I've ever used, as I said, so I do have other MIDI packs that I do want to try out, and I will incorporate some of these kind of MIDI files if I think it suits the other packs that I have. But on the whole, I would say a good, like, maybe 8 out of 10. The reason I wouldn't say like 10 out of 10 is because it's quite small. It's mainly for strings. There's no kind of brass or percussion loops or rhythms or anything like that. And there's not much flexibility. In the epic string ostinatos, probably yes. I haven't tried this out yet. I will do another composition with these ostinatos. The orchestra MIDI, good 8 out of 10. Once I get around to having a go with the ostinatos, that might change, it might not. But yeah, so thank you if you've managed to stay this far. If you want to see me do more things like this, then do like, subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see, or if there's any kind of orchestral MIDI chord packs that you know about, or sample packs, whether it's to do with strings, brass, effects, or whatever, percussion, and you want me to make a composition out of it, just, send it to me. I'm all ears, I'm all open, and yeah, so let's end this video with a demo, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.